So we get a lot of independent businesses, sole traders, side hustle business owners coming into our inbox all the time. But it's really sad because they're always saying we're looking to close our doors, we're tempted to throw the towel in. Like they say they've tried everything, they've decided it's not working, they've tried posting on social media and they're just not getting traction. But the bit that gets me is the amount of these people who have only been running for a matter of months. Someone even the day was only a few weeks and they're ready to throw the towel in because they thought it wasn't working. So, we go and look at their profiles, and a lot of the time they are the most simple things to change. It's not a huge rebrand or anything like that. Some of them have only literally posted a few times, and I always say to them, if you were the customer and you found your profile and based on how it is now, would you hand over money to that person? 9 times out of 10 it's a no. So, but the big thing is, you can have the best strategy and the best marketing and the best content, the best products and services, all of that. But if you don't believe in yourself or your product or your service, or if you have the patience or resilience to ride the waves of owning a business, then none of this is going to matter, because you're going to quit. And when you quit, none of it's going to matter anyway. Now, I started Battlebrand Media in June 2024. And I didn't actually even get my first client for 5 months. Like, I was just posting, I was researching, I was learning, I was building, still showing up every single day to no one. And even after I got my first client, I didn't get my second client until another 9 months after that. So I'd owned the business for a year and literally had one client, like a marketing company with one client. But I didn't give up. I had laser focus. I knew what the business was going to become. I had faith in the business, the service I was providing. I knew I'm damn good at what I do. I knew it. And so I just had to keep pushing. And as soon as I got a second client, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all of those came pretty much straight after each other. And that led to us where we are today, where we are opening one of the largest content creation and podcast studios in the east of England. But that's literally all it was. It was perseverance. I could have given up within those first 5 months and none of this would have been happening, but I didn't. And so anyone that ever says they want to give up to me, I always tell them the story about this guy who he spent literally most of his life failing, like for decades. He tried so many different businesses, so many different jobs, but nothing ever stuck. And literally by the time most people are thinking of retiring, he was broke, he was sleeping in his car, but he had this particular product and he believed in it so much. And he literally got rejected 1,009 times. Like, man was keeping count. 1,009 times. Like, can you imagine? Even keep going after being rejected like 50 times at the most. Like, but still going. He had such belief in what he had. And every single time someone rejected him, he would jump in the car and he would go to the next place, knocking on their door, trying to sell it. And it wasn't until he was 65 years old that someone finally said yes. That was the 1,010th time he tried and someone said yes. And then within a few years of that, he had a product that was in over 600 locations. And that man, ladies and gentlemen, is Colonel Sanders, the owner of KFC. He has the most fascinating story. I highly recommend you go and look it up. It's amazing. Someone needs to make a film about it. But that is one of the most recognised brands on the planet, who was built by one man who the world kept trying to finish off, and he would not give up. So the moral of that story is, how do you beat someone who won't stay down? You can't. So if you're sitting there right now, you have started a business and you're thinking it's been weeks, months, or even over a year, things aren't going great, you're struggling, you want to close the doors, just don't. Literally just don't. Regroup, refocus, do what you need to do, stay locked in and stay with it.